The Kansas City Chiefs advanced to the AFC Championship game with a 23-14 win over the Houston Texans on Saturday. It will be the Chiefs' seventh consecutive appearance in the conference championship, winning Super Bowl 54, Super Bowl 57 and Super Bowl 58 in the process. This season they are seeking to become the first team in NFL history to win 3 straight Super Bowls. Kansas City's impressive playoff record in the Patrick Mahomes era gives the team an air of inevitability that has been blamed on everything from the officials to Travis Kelce's girlfriend, Taylor Swift. There was more than just Tavidu to blame inside Gayha Field at Arrowhead Stadium on Saturday. She was joined by WNBA superstar Caitlin Clark in the VIP suite, leaving fans feeling like the story of the game was already written. Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift both at the Chiefs game. "Yeah, NFL not gonna let the Chiefs lose," joked an X-user. "Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift?" exclaimed a fan on X. "You can't make this up. Chiefs won before they started." A versatile, potentially quiver-crushing kit at a reasonable price. The Chiefs are now 8-0 with Swift in attendance this season, with all of the appearances coming in home games. She was on hand for all 4 wins during the Chiefs' Super Bowl run last season, including the big game in Las Vegas. "Chiefs got Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark, now they winning the Super Bowl," wrote a fed-up fan. "Is set up for ratings." Clark is a lifelong Chiefs fan who used to make the trip from Iowa to Kansas City to go to games with her family. After sharing her fan story on Kelce's podcast earlier this month, he honored her wish to set her up with tickets to a game. "We scoured the internet to find the best Black Friday deals on apparel, accessories, home and more. No way the NFL letting the Chiefs lose with Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift in the stands rooting for them to win," another post on X said. Gracie Hunt, daughter of Chief CEO Clark Hunt, revealed this week that Swift's presence has helped grow the team's fan base by 30-40%. The NFL has not been shy about taking advantage of the Swift effect. So there is plenty of reason to suggest that the league would like to see the immensely popular Clark continue to show up in Kansas City too. Find all the jaw-dropping deals on running, outdoor, and all other kinds of gear we've uncovered. With Clark opting out of the new unrivaled basketball league during her Indiana Fever off-season, she could be available to attend the next postseason game at Arrowhead. As the number 1 seed, the Chiefs will host the winner of the Baltimore Ravens-Buffalo Bills game next Sunday with a trip to Super Bowl 59 on the line.
Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs are back for another Super Bowl run as they battle the Houston Texans in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Kelce's girlfriend, Taylor Swift, has made numerous appearances at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium throughout the course of the season, and Saturday afternoon's playoff game was no different. However, the Grammy-winning artist had a special guest with her in the Kelce suite. A versatile, potentially quiver-crushing kit, at a reasonable price. In November, Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark made her way to Lucas Oil Stadium to see Swift perform for her Eras Tour. After being named the Time Athlete of the Year, Clark revealed in an interview that Swift and Kelce had invited her to a future Chiefs game with a note. Swift gave Clark 4 bags of Eras Tour merchandise with a note saying Clark was inspiring to watch from afar, Time wrote. She said, "Trav and I, we're excited to get to a Fever game now that the tour was winding down and invited Clark to attend a Chiefs game with her." Sure enough, the WNBA superstar has finally taken Swift up on her offer and was spotted sitting alongside the Bad Blood singer during the playoff battle. NFL fans loved Clark's appearance with Swift at the Chiefs game, taking to social media to leave their thoughts.
What she said about her teammates will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about the Indiana Fever. And what does she really think about the team around her?
Clark isn't the most famous woman in a sports facility, added another. Caitlin Clark, Taylor Swift and the Rizzler all in Arrowhead. There may never be a more star-studded game in the history of that old decrepit stadium, wrote a third. Our gear experts are constantly searching for the best deals on gear so you don't have to. After her college career with the Iowa Hawkeyes, Clark was selected as the No. 1 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. In her rookie season alone, the point guard broke numerous records and made the All-WNBA first team. Clark also made an appearance on New Heights, the podcast with Travis and Jason Kelce, where she revealed why she is a Chiefs fan. Now, the Swiftie gets to watch her favorite NFL team right along with one of her favorite singers. The Indiana Fever entered WNBA free agency with plenty of expectations. After a year that saw them make the playoffs with Caitlin Clark leading the way, the franchise certainly established itself as one of the most promising teams in the league. Indiana has already taken the first step in keeping guard Kelsey Mitchell by extending her a core qualifying offer. However, the team still has some work to do in order to elevate itself to true contender status. Kit yourself out head to toe with the best gear from Columbia this ski season. Advertisement. Defense is expected to be a priority for a Fever squad that had the second worst defensive rating in 2024. It remains to be seen who the Fever will target in free agency or via trade. But a young and promising core.
In the WNBA draft, Rookie of the Year,
training facility,
the first rookie to make the first team,
projected to make them an alluring destination. With that said, ESPN's WNBA expert Michael Vopel predicts that the Fever will be able to land a big fish this offseason. Our gear experts are constantly searching for the best deals on gear so you don't have to. The appeal of playing with young stars Clark and Boston, plus the fan excitement around Indiana now, will help the Fever land a big name in free agency or via trade, something that would have seemed very unlikely a couple of years ago. Vopel wrote when discussing bold WNBA free agency predictions with his ESPN colleagues in a January 10 article. There are a number of big-name free agents that could be interesting for the Fever, such as small forward Sato Saboli, guard forward Dewana Bonner and power forward Alyssa Thomas, among others. Whether the Fever can land any of those established stars is not certain, but as Vopel wrote, Indiana's current situation should at least give the team a chance. The negotiation window for WNBA contracts opens on Tuesday, but players cannot sign deals until February 1st. Plenty of football fans bemoan seeing Taylor Swift pop up on television throughout a Kansas City Chiefs game, accusing the NFL and networks of forcing her into the action. Former Fox Sports pundit Skip Bayless seems to feel this way, too. He was particularly fired up after seeing who was in the extremely successful and popular songstress's box suite during Saturday's AFC divisional round matchup.
Caitlin Clark's biggest challenge wasn't on the court, but in the locker room that her greatest feat wasn't breaking records but building bridges.
Travis Kelce and the rest of the two-time defending champions battle and ultimately beat the Houston Texans, 23-14. Before the Chiefs advanced to their seventh consecutive conference title game, Bayless expressed his frustration over this apparent friendship. Many people jokingly refer to Swift's fandom, the Swifties, as a cult, but Bayless is acting as if the 2024 All-WNBA first-team selection is in danger of being brainwashed. His emphatic plea will obviously draw a multitude of strong reactions, especially since the 14-time Grammy Award winner is one of the most famous individuals in the world. Clark is a sensation in her own right, though. The 22-year-old guard and KC fan recorded 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, 5.7 rebounds and 1.3 steals per game while shooting 41.7%. She helped lead the Fever to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Clark is a household name who is poised to grow into an even bigger star as her career progresses. The Taylor Swift-Caitlin Clark hangout is making the rounds and will continue to command attention, whether Bayless can bear it or not. Regardless of who is present in Arrowhead Stadium next Sunday, eyeballs will be fixed on the field. The Chiefs prepare to host either the Buffalo Bills or Baltimore Ravens, setting the stage for a monumental clash. Taylor Swift attended Travis Kelce's playoff game on Saturday, as the Kansas City Chiefs and Houston Texans went head-to-head in an AFC divisional playoff matchup. Of course, Swift attending her boyfriend's games has been a common occurrence since the two were first romantically linked last year. However, Swift had a special guest in her suite on Saturday night, as she was joined by Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark, via Fox Sports, NFL. The NFL also shared a video of Swift and Clark at the Texans-Chiefs game. Clark, a basketball star, has become a celebrity as well. She first saw her fame reach unbelievable heights while playing college basketball at Iowa. The guard was then selected first overall by the Fever in the 2024 WNBA draft, and the fame followed her to the league.
How do you fit in while standing
The Fever
out?
saw a dramatic increase in attendance. In fact, many road arenas also saw increases in attendance when Clark and the Fever were in town. Now, Clark is spending time watching the NFL postseason with Swift. It is worth noting that Clark is a Chiefs fan, so she and Swift are rooting for the same team. The Chiefs have high expectations after winning each of the past two Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce have led the way, and Kansas City is looking to earn a third consecutive championship. The Chiefs are leading the Texans 20-12 as of this story's writing. However, there are still over 11 minutes remaining in the game, so anything can happen. It projects to be an exciting finish as the Texans hope to pull off a shocking upset against the defending champions. If the Chiefs are able to move on, it will be interesting to see if Caitlin Clark continues to attend Chiefs games with Taylor Swift. It certainly wouldn't be surprising given her fandom of the team.